What does it take to become a tennis professional?
Well, a prerequisite to be a tennis pro is obviously an abundance of playing experience and being able to interact with people. And usually you're required to also get a certification from a body, depending on where you are. And in that exam, they make sure that you know what you're talking about, that you can hit some balls, and that you're able to teach others. Usually with that USPTF certification, you can get a job just about anywhere that they're required.
Okay. Can you walk us through your day as a tennis professional?
Well, usually it's a pretty flexible work schedule. We don't really have 9 to 5 hours. I do make my own hours, and usually I work a few hours in the morning and a few hours in the afternoon, so that would be 9 to 12 and say 3 to 6, 3 to 5, depending on the day.
Okay. And what are your responsibilities that you have working as a professional tennis player?
Well, obviously my job is to teach others to play tennis, but that also applies to the other areas of development, especially if you have younger kids that are anywhere between 7 and 12, 13, 15 years old. A tennis coach does spend a lot of time with them, and they influence a lot of their personality development, and I feel like that part is as important as being able to teach them tennis. You also have to teach them to make good choices, to fight for everything, not just on the court but in life, and there's a lot of lessons that you learn on a tennis court that you can take into everyday life.
And on a daily basis, who do you work with when you teach tennis?
Well, at this point I only have a handful of players. My two biggest stars are a brother and sister who are 14 and 11, but I do work with players who range anywhere from 8 years old to 65, 66. Most of the time the older people are just looking to get some exercise, and if they get better along the way, that's good, but the younger kids, usually there's a lot more teaching involved.
Okay. And how about for you as far as tournaments? How many do you play a year?
Well, at this point I'm not playing as many as I would like to. I only do 5 or 6 tournaments a year. When I was actually playing, that number was in high teens, so anywhere between 15 and 20 a year, which is pretty much every other week I would go and travel and play tournaments.
Okay. And as far as, I know that you have to restring rackets and things like that when you're playing all the time. How often do you have to do that?
Well, I have to restring rackets every time I break a string, and that usually is only about 6 to 10 hours of playing, but normally the players who don't really hit the ball as hard, as a general rule, they want to restring their rackets as many times a year, as many times they play a week. So if someone plays 3 times a week, they would have to restring the rackets every 4 months.
Okay. And one last question, would you recommend this job to other people?
Most definitely. I don't like any of the office jobs where you kind of have to sit and do your computer work unless you're into it. So this is a really good way of being outside, interacting with people, and if you're outgoing, this is a really good job opportunity.
Okay, thank you.